one of my favorite things to do here lately is to look up things that we didn't know were collectibles, or maybe they're fads or trends at this moment that you wouldn't have necessarily known if you didn't get heavily involved in some sort of collecting community. So that's become one of my favorite things to do here lately. And I don't know if you've seen this, but McDonald's apparently has a birthday cake that you can go order. I'm going to make a trip by McDonald's and see if I can order a birthday cake before we go to Target and see if we can find that 10-inch Hulk. Y'all know how I feel about that Blacklight 10-inch Hulk. I've wanted this Blacklight 10-inch Hulk since the day they announced it, so I'm going to try yet again to swing by Target and see if I can get this. But first, we're going to go see if we can grab a birthday cake. Yes, ma'am. Can I order a birthday cake?
We don't have those here.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hi there. Can I order a birthday cake, please?
Sorry, we don't have that here.
Okay, thank you.
So that was garbage. Second McDonald's, still no birthday cake. I'm going to have to say we're going to have to call it that. I don't think that you're going to be able to go up to a McDonald's and order a birthday cake. As fun as that may have sounded, I don't think it's happening. But fingers crossed we found the Hulk today. So check this out. I'm gonna have to say that Target is probably on a no-fly zone from me for at least a while. And while I was there, I actually run into a gentleman that had a whole cart full of Pokemon cards. He had all of the Oogie Boogie artist series. He had some other stuff there. He had some bright Hot Wheel trucks. Had just this crazy cart for an older gentleman. So I actually had to ask him what he was doing. Look, me and you already know that he was a flipper. He come out and told me that he was a flipper. I told him that I didn't necessarily think that the Oogie Boogies were going to go up in value. He disagreed with me. It's whatever. We're allowed to disagree, right? But I have a firm belief that that's what's going on with Target right now, that it's just eat up with flippers, all trying to find a way to make another income. And one of the ways that they're making an income is the pop. So it's going to make it for collectors like me and you extremely hard for us to get our hands on. I mean, so I'm just going to kind of steer away from Target for now, and I hate to admit this. I'm just going to try and pick these guys up on Whatnot. When the value comes down some, I will try and get over there and pick them up when they're not 40 bucks, more like when they're 20 bucks. I'll just try and hold out a little bit and maybe pick some of these guys up. If any of y'all have a 10-inch Blacklight Hulk that maybe you got an extra of that you want to hook me up with, hit me up on Instagram. We'll talk about a price. But while I was out, I decided to swing by Walmart, knowing that Walmart didn't have anything new. And that's why this stuff is here, because Walmart did have something new. Walmart had these guys. Now, I know you haven't seen these guys yet. This is going to be the Funko Hallmark Ornaments, right? Did I say that right? So Funko teamed up with Hallmark, and they made these ornaments. And y'all know that last year for Christmas, I had the Christmas tree back behind me, where these guys were not these guys, but I had the keychains, which are these guys. And that's why I got all of this stuff out. I wanted to compare this size to the size of this stuff to see what the size of it is. So they only had two of them at the Walmart that I stopped at. They had the Spider-Man ornament. We're going to take a closer look at that one. And they had the Voldemort, the Lord Voldemort. Voldemort. I can't say it, from Harry Potter. Now, this one is really heavy, and because it's so heavy, I don't honestly think this one would sit on your Christmas tree right. When I say heavy, I mean like this thing must be one solid chunk of plastic. I mean, it is heavy for being such a small ornament. But I'm gonna get this one out of the box so that I could give him a comparison, and I had to go like dig up one of only 2 Spider-Mans that are in my collection. I had to go dig this guy up so that I could put these side by side, because this is a $10 ornament, and to me that's kind of expensive for an ornament, right? If I'm gonna go buy an ornament that's gonna sit on my tree, $10 to me feels like a lot, right? I mean, it feels like I'm going to be spending a lot of money at $10 to put this on my tree. I mean, so does the size warrant the $10 is what I wanted to see. Does the quality warrant the $10? Let's take a closer look at this guy. Now, as you can see, he's not going to stand. He's not on a stand. He's in a pose position, which is meant to hang from the tree, right? I mean, because it's meant here, we're going to do this the old school way. Y'all remember the old school way? The old school way today. So because this guy is made to hang from the tree, he's not going to have any kind of stand, right? I mean, so the stand's going to be non-existent. Well, there he is. Look, the paint job on him is done pretty well. I don't know like how spectacular it's done, but it's okay, right? I mean, if we're gonna like compare it to some of the other pops that we've seen, the paint job is just okay. Nothing extravagant. I can see that it's got a lot of imperfections in it. It really looks like it was hand done, which I'm not opposed to something being hand done, but it really looks like it's hand done. When I put him beside a regular pop, you can see that there is some clear size difference, right, in the 2 of these. I mean, this is not a 3.5, 4-inch pop. It is definitely on the smaller scale, but if I put him beside the keychain, you could tell that he is clearly bigger than the keychain, right? I mean, so he's clearly bigger than the keychain. Now, the third one that I wanted to compare him to was going to be the Funkoverse, right? I mean, because the Funkoverse guys are a little bit bigger than maybe the keychains, but they're not as big as the 3.5-inch pop. I think now they're calling these a 4-inch pop, though I think they tried to like dummy us down and take the 3.5 away and call it a 4. I think that these are the same size though. So and maybe this is a little smaller. Let me get Robin out of there. So that's where okay. So when it comes to the size, this is going to be the size of the figures in the Funkoverse. I mean, so I guess if you wanted to, you could take the Funkoverse guys out. You could put a hook in their head. You could put something to put him on a tree if you were able to catch these at the, well, I mean, not even at the right price. I guess it would be cheaper to buy 2 of these, take these guys out, put a screw in their head, hang them from the tree than it would be to buy a singular one of these guys. And that's why I wanted to give him a comparison to see if I could figure out what figures fell close to the same size or the same size. I can't wait to get these hung on my tree, and y'all know Jess is going to come down here this year. She's going to get my Christmas tree set back up. I'm going to, I think, do a whole video on her setting the tree up, and maybe me trying to give her a little bit of a hard time. Before we get out of here though, don't forget, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications, and become part of the Wayneko crew. There is no Wayneko crew without you, and I truly appreciate you coming and hanging out. Until next time, have a good one.